Feeling drained in love. Check this first. Love isn't supposed to feel like a battle you're fighting alone. It shouldn't leave you exhausted, questioning your worth, or constantly scrambling to prove yourself. If that's where you are right now, if love feels heavy instead of light, draining instead of fulfilling, then something's off. And you deserve to know why. Think about the last time you truly felt loved. Not the kind of love that demands endless effort, but the kind that wraps around you like sunlight. The kind where you don't have to over-explain, beg for understanding, or shrink yourself to fit someone else's expectations. That's the love you were meant to have. But somewhere along the way, maybe you convinced yourself that love is supposed to be hard, that if you just try a little more, give a little more, sacrifice a little more, then finally it'll feel right. Except, it doesn't. Instead, you're left running on empty, wondering why something that's supposed to feel so good leaves you so tired. Here's the truth. Love isn't about proving your worth to someone who keeps moving the goalposts. It's not about fixing someone who refuses to grow or begging for the bare minimum. Real love doesn't leave you depleted, it replenishes you. It's the soft place to land after a long day, the steady hand that holds yours without you having to ask twice. So if your love feels more like survival than sanctuary, it's time to pause. Step back. Ask yourself, does this relationship breathe life into me, or does it take it away? Because the right love doesn't make you question whether you're enough. It makes you feel like you already are. You don't have to keep pouring from an empty cup. Rest, reset. And remember, love shouldn't cost you your peace. It should feel like coming home. Now, imagine waking up one morning without that weight on your chest. No overthinking texts, no walking on eggshells, no begging for the love you know you deserve. Instead, there's ease. There's laughter that doesn't feel forced. There's silence that doesn't feel heavy. That's what real love feels like. Maybe you've been in survival mode for so long that you've forgotten what it's like to just be loved. Not the kind of love that's conditional, where you're only valued when you're useful, when you're convenient, when you're bending over backward to keep the peace. But the kind of love that chooses you every day without you having to earn it. It's easy to blame yourself when love feels exhausting. Maybe if I communicated better, maybe if I were more patient, maybe if I just tried harder. But here's the thing. Love isn't a test you have to pass. It's not a puzzle you have to solve to be worthy of it. If you're constantly adjusting yourself to make it work, that's not love. That's adaptation. And you can't build a lasting connection on adaptation alone. Think about the people in your life who make you feel lighter, the ones who don't demand explanations for your emotions, who don't make you feel guilty for needing space, who don't keep score. That's the energy real love carries. It doesn't drain you, it fuels you. It doesn't make you smaller, it helps you grow. So if you're tired, truly, deeply tired of love feeling like a one-way street, it's okay to stop, to rest, to reevaluate. You don't have to keep fighting for a love that doesn't fight for you. Because the right love, it doesn't leave you exhausted, it reminds you what it feels like to be alive. Ever notice how the healthiest relationships don't make headlines? There are no dramatic breakups, no public arguments, no grand gestures to prove love, just quiet, steady devotion. That's because real love doesn't thrive in chaos, it thrives in peace. But we've been conditioned to believe that love is supposed to be hard, that if it's not painful, it's not real. We confuse intensity for intimacy, mistaking toxic cycles for passion. We think if we're not constantly working to make it work, then we're not trying hard enough. But that's not love, that's endurance. Love should be the safest place you know. It should be the hand that steadies you when you stumble, not the one that pushes you. It should be the voice that says, "I've got you," not the one that makes you question whether you're too much or not enough. If you're reading this and recognizing the exhaustion in your own love story, take a breath. You're not failing, you're not broken, you're just in the wrong kind of love. And the right kind, it's out there. It's the kind that doesn't make you work for crumbs. It's the kind that sets a place for you at the table without you having to ask. So tonight, let yourself imagine it. A love that doesn't drain you. A love that feels like exhaling after holding your breath for too long. Because that's what you deserve. Not a love you survive, but a love you live in.